Young once again alongside the real Neil Young for a special performance Tuesday on The Tonight Show. The pair collaborate together for a new comedic song entitled Two Neil Youngs on a Tree Stump, about nature, time traveling, and why there were two Neil Youngs present. The duo sang with guitars in hand as they sat atop a revolving tree stump back-to-back inside a makeshift forest where two Neil Youngs sitting on a tree stump used to be a tree trunk, but look what we've done, said the father to the son. They continued, where did the other Neil come from? Came from the future back to the past to warn your ass. Fallon has continued to impersonate the musician on The Tonight Show, having previously performed as a 70-year-old in a number of skits, including a performance alongside Crosby, Stills, Nash, for a cover of Iggy Azalea's Fancy. Young is currently on a world tour in support of his new album, Earth, which features a mix of his previous work and nature sounds he recorded in his backyard. Gladys Knight's son, Shanga Hankerson, the owner of 3 Atlanta restaurants, has been accused of tax evasion and theft. The famous singer's son owns 3 chicken and waffle restaurants known for iconic Southern dishes. They were raided Tuesday by the Georgia Department of Revenue, CNN reported. Hankerson is accused of withholding state taxes and sales taxes to the tune of $650,000. The Department of Revenue in a press release said it opened a criminal theft case into Hankerson because he failed to remit sales and withhold taxes. The statement said, also the department further alleges that Hankerson used these funds for personal use. Hankerson is accused of stealing over $650,000 in sales and withholding taxes owed to the state, after penalties and interest to totals exceeds $1 million. Criminal charges including theft by taken and theft by conversion. Agents raided all 3 restaurant locations and the Chicken and Waffles corporate headquarters, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported. Georgia authorities said that they have issued 7 warrants for Hankerson's arrest, but he has yet to turn himself in by Tuesday night. Knight is not suspected of any wrongdoing. Laura Hevelich, a spokeswoman for the singer, says Gladys Knight lent her name to her son's restaurant in the Atlanta area, similar to the celebrity endorsements. Knight was not involved in any way with the operation of the restaurants, and she assured that her son and his business partners will rectify the situation. Michael Jackson allegedly had a hoard of child pornography at his Neverland Ranch, according to newly obtained reports. A police raid of his California home in November 2003 allegedly found stacks of porn that included children, animal torture, and S&M. Other items found included drugs to treat sex addiction, with multiple prescriptions written by a variety of physicians, according to documents obtained by Radar Online. Investigators told the online publication the materials were, quote, used to desensitize children. Jackson was on trial for molestation charges at the time of the raid. Santa Barbara County prosecutors described Jackson's mansion as a place he used to lure and groom young boys before molesting them. Jackson was acquitted in the case. Radar Online has published apparent documents from the case along with photographic images that were allegedly to be among items police found that Jackson used to lure children. Kelly Hoover, a spokeswoman for the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office, told the Los Angeles Times they have not released any photos or documents about the case to the media. She says some of the documents appeared to be copies of reports that were authored by Sheriff's Office, along with photos taken by the Sheriff's Office personnel. The Sheriff's material has case numbers on it, Hoover says. Hoover also said some of the documents that appear to be real are present alongside other content from other questionable sources. Jackson's estate blasted the release of documents. The statement said everything in these reports, including the County of Santa Barbara calls content that appears to obtain off the internet or through unknown sources, is false. No doubt timed for the anniversary of Michael Jackson's death. Grammy Award-winning musician Meatloaf is ready to release his album Braver Than We Are for 429 Records. The artist is once again working with his longtime collaborator, songwriter Jim Steinman. The album will be available digitally on CD and vinyl in Europe on September 9th and in the United States and the rest of the world on September 16th. The first single to debut on the radio, Going All the Way, boasts a reunion with vocalist Ellen Foley and Carla DeVito, decades after their first performances on the classic Paradise by the Dashboard Light. The single is available for purchase now on iTunes. U.S. and European concert tour dates will be announced soon, the record label said. Meatloaf said about the album in the statement, "It's a tribute to Jim Steinman, really. It's a tribute to both of us and our work together." 21 Pilots' latest music video for their single Heathens feature footage from Warner Bros.' upcoming villain-focused actioner Suicide Squad. The song works as an official tie-in to the upcoming film and will appear on the official Suicide Squad soundtrack. New footage from Suicide Squad features in the video includes a sequence in which Harley Quinn is shown being dragged out onto a wheeled stretcher. The band also released a colorful Suicide Squad-themed poster for the single on Twitter with the caption, Skidwad. And here are the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of July 2nd. Number 10, Kent Jones with Don't Mind. Number 9, Mike Posner with I Took a Pill in Ebenezer. Number 8, Sia featuring Sean Paul with Cheap Thrills. Number 7, Rihanna with Needed Me. Number 6, Calvin Harris featuring Rihanna with This Is What You Came For. Number 5, Fifth Harmony featuring Ty Dolla $ign with Work From Home. Number 4, The Chainsmokers featuring Dia with Don't Let Me Down. Number 3, Designer with Panda. Number 2, Justin Timberlake with Can't Stop the Feeling. And the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of July 2nd, Drake featuring Wizkid and Kyla with One Dance. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1989, Batman is released. Tim Burton's noir spin on the well-known story of the DC Comics hero Batman is released in theaters. Michael Keaton starred in the film as the multi-millionaire Bruce Wayne, who's transformed himself into the crime-fighting Batman after witnessing his parents' brutal murder as a child. As the film's action begins, mob henchman Jack Napier, played by Jack Nicholson, is gruesomely disfigured after Batman inadvertently drops him in a vat of acid during a standoff in a chemical factory. After killing his boss, played by Jack Palance, Napier now goes by as the Joker goes on the loose in Gotham City, wreaking havoc and trying to turn its people against the Caped Crusader. When Batman's affection for a beautiful newspaper reporter, Vicky Vale, played by Kim Basinger, is revealed, the Joker uses her to draw his rival out into the open with dramatic results. Controversy has surrounded the casting of Keaton, best known for comedies like 1983's Mr. Mom, as Batman. An entire roster of prominent leading men, reportedly included Mel Gibson, Dennis Quaid, Harrison Ford, and Kevin Costner, were considered for the role. And Burton reportedly wanted to cast an unknown actor, a la Christopher Reeve in Superman. Having worked previously with Keaton in Beetlejuice in 1988, Burton liked the idea of collaborating with him again, and the producers agreed after screening Keaton's 1988 film Clean and Sober that Keaton had talent as a serious actor as well. In a new marketing strategy that would become a trend for movies featuring superheroes, Warner Brothers hyped Batman as a summer event long before its release. The results were stunning as the film grossed some $100 million in the first 10 days of release, including $82.8 million at the domestic box office alone. Reviews for the films were mixed, though most critics praised Nicholson's scene-stealing performance as the Joker. For his creation of the movie's impressive Batmobile and the dark, cadaverous Gotham City, Batman's production designer Antoine First won an Oscar for Best Art Direction Set Decoration. Burton's second Batman film, Batman Returns in 1989, 1982, also stars Keaton as the Caped Crusader. Most critics consider the sequel, also a box office hit, to be a better movie than its predecessor. Warner Bros., seeking even greater commercial success for the franchise, hired Joel Schumacher to direct the next installment, Batman Forever, in 1995, which starred Val Kilmer as Batman. Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey were the villains in that film, while Nicole Kidman was the love interest, and Chris O'Donnell came on as Robin, Batman's sidekick. Kilmer, like Keaton before him, left the franchise before the making of the next planned film because he felt Batman was getting less attention than his enemies. George Clooney took his place for Schumacher's Batman and Robin in 1997, which was roundly panned by critics. A few years later, the director Christopher Nolan reoriented the series, going back to Bruce Wayne's childhood for Batman Begins in 2005, starring Christian Bale in the title role. The film earned the best reviews of all the Batman films to date and was a huge box office success. Nolan and Bale returned for a 2008 sequel, The Dark Knight, which featured a stunning turn by Heath Ledger, who was found dead of an accidental prescription of drug overdose soon after filming was completed as the Joker. Its opening weekend, the film raked in some $158 million, surpassing the previous record holder, 2007's Spider-Man 3, to score the highest grossing opening weekend of any movie in history. And that is your entertainment report for Thursday, June 23rd, 2016. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.